What's going on, everybody? It's your man Dubb, Philadelphia-based engineer, audio engineer, beat maker, and artist. Today, I'm here for my first video. I'm going to be breaking down Jeezy's new album, Snofall, hosted by Philly's own DJ Drama. You know we home base, home team, DJ Drama. Shout out to you. Shout out to Jeezy. So let's get straight into it. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks, everybody, for watching. This is my first video, and my first set of album reviews. Very excited. With that said, this album right off the bat to me it just restores that feeling, that '05 feeling, that Jeezy feeling I feel like we've been missing. I feel like you get a little bit of it with like ESTG and things like that today, but this album to me, you know, it's definitely been one of my favorite projects of the year so far. I ain't really been liking everything that's been coming out this year. I ain't even gonna lie to you, it's been a lot of mediocre. A lot of the Rap Caviar playlists and the Get Turned playlist, a lot of that is just, you know, it was whatever, honestly. So let's get straight into it. Standout tracks. My favorite track off of the first 4 or 5 listens all the way through, obviously, is the Most Hated featuring Lil Durk. It's gotta be the best track on here. Durk went crazy. Durk was snapping. I didn't know I wanted to hear these two together, but yeah, this was a pleasant surprise. I really like that Jeezy kept like that anthem brass and mixed it with some newer drums that some of these other artists can hop on. That really is what like stood out to me. Another standout track for sure will be the intro, Snowfall. First off, this album cover is fire now that I'm looking at it even closer. Like, that's a fire album cover. The intro, super hard. Drama was going crazy. The hook was crazy. The beat was crazy. Everything was just perfect. The perfect way to renounce yourself to this newer generation, I guess. You know, Jeezy's definitely an elder statesman in hip-hop now, so good way to reintroduce yourself to like these kids that like the Memphis sound, that ESTG grimy sound. There's definitely a market for what he's doing. I really like the intro, really out of the park. Next, I'm gonna break down the beats. Being a producer myself, I love these beats. I love how it gave me that TM 101 vibe, but there's like new drums. Like the drums ain't really the same. The tempos are a little different. And then the production going in with Jeezy stacking them vocals, the stacks on stacks on stacks, cutting through that mix, bro, is crazy. I'm not even gonna lie, this is probably some of the best hooks and beats that I've heard from Jeezy since TM 103. Just everything sounds so big. I listen to it in my headphones and my AirPods. And I went out to the wheel, you know, I got the Bose system in the wheel, and everything is just big. Like the production was crazy, you know. Definitely no corners was cut. I don't know who mixed this, but shout out to them. Honestly, these beats, man, was crazy. Drama was coming through right where he needed to, on every pocket that needed something. They was playing off each other. I love everything I was hearing. Next, I'm gonna break down the mixing. All right, the mixing on this, man, I think it honestly was a lot more production value than the mixing. They're just the sample choices, that big anthem brass, and all of the bass synths was crazy. Sitting right where they were supposed to. Everything meshed together. As an engineer, when I get stuff like that sent to me, when I get them type of stems, it's so easy. You know what I mean? You might tweak it fader every once in a while, a few dB here and there, but just the way that it was going together was just like, it's just perfect. I can't even lie. Mix was huge. Everything sounded big. It was loud. Like, if I went from this back to the Rap Caviar, and I ain't gonna lie, like, you can hear the difference when like the volume dropped. And I know that everything's normalized on Spotify where I listen to, but if the mix and the master ain't there, bro, there's a whole middle of that song where it falls out. Like, the audio is just not there, and you can hear that on a lot of these other tracks. A lot of the like Lil Baby mixes and things like that, they don't hit like this. It's definitely a big part of production as well, but like these masters are just so clean. Everything sounds open. The vocals are huge. Jeezy's known for them big doubles here. Like, everything's layered and doubled, and it just sounds great. Everything's in time. Obviously, Jeezy's got that tone. I think Jeezy's got a top 5 voice in hip hop history. Arguing with my homie Steph not too long ago about it. But man, I cannot say enough about the mixing and the sound on this album. So for an all-in-all final grade on this album, I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. Now, I'm basing that more so off of what came out this year. What I'm judging it off of. And it's just sitting above mostly everything that I heard this year. This is not a top 3 Jeezy album, which is no disrespect. You got to think of how long he's been in the game, how many great albums he has. TM 101, 102, 103. He's got so many after that. His last album was crazy. So I don't know if this is a top 3 Jeezy album, but all in all, just amazing. I know they're calling this a mixtape, but man, this really did something for me. Not a lot of other music came out except Drama was going crazy. Snoop Dogg dropped, all kinds of stuff dropped. But I've been spinning this since then. Jeezy, Snowfall, hosted by DJ Drama. Y'all need to go and get that. Peace.